It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we've got the rocket-armed Will Levis. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the
Ball is teed up. It's their punter, Torrey Taylor, to do the honors. And off we go on Thursday night. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out to the second pick of the second round back in 2023. Out of Kentucky, it's Will Levis.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Like 13, like 13.
Right back to Pacheco. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Hold on, like that.
It's Pacheco again. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Punt upcoming. A.J. Cole out to do the honors. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. But a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? You want to put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. But when you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running with Walker again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Fielded at the 11. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Titans and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
49.
Running left with Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Levis back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
What? Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Like 49.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Byron Murphy there to make the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, come on.
Levis to the air now. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Like 24.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Like 13, like 13.
This is Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Hey, like 13, like 13.
Back now, pressure on its way. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the Baltimore material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. He's got a man left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we're through one as everyone tries to... We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football.
49,
They've got 1st and
49.
10 here, looking to add to their lead.
Short. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita.
Throwing is Levis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kicked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
They go play action on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Aleem McNeil in on the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dropping back to throw. Walker hauls it in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10. No. What are you reading? Out on.
Here's Levis. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Randy, wait up. 22 Linda, 22 Linda.
Looking to throw, Levis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Walker on 1st down. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now an inside give to Walker. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it.
Mike 0, Mike 0.
Levis now on 1st down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Mike 54, Troy.
Levis setting to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Mike 0. Mike 0. And 24 Linda. Select 18. 54 Rita. Select.
Now Levis. That's caught for the 1st. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get 22 on that one. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Mike 46.
A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
54, Mike 54.
Running right is Pacheco. And they bring him down around the 34. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Simon. Mike 54.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
There we go.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Like 13, like 13.
Trying again with Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him around 3 yards, and it sets him up with third and goal from the 2.
Hold on, like 90.
Pacheco. And he gets in, touchdown. The Titans get some late points and the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Titans take a 4-point lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return starts at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
2nd and 6 now. Complete out to the right. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. Finds him on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Throwing from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Angeli able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. It's halftime here in Nashville. The Titans giving the fans something to cheer about. They're in front at the break. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the 3rd quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win for this defense.
They're going play action. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Walker now from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They go play action here. Complete out to the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
On, right 49.
Levis to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13.
49's down, 22, right 49. Right 49. 20, Rita.
Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
49, Rita. Right 5-4. Right 5-4. Diamond.
Levis back to throw. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be their football. The Seahawks offense running out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He's stopped inside the 10. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 8-yard line.
Hey, come on.
Levis has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and the Titans will have a first down.
Like 24.
Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Like 54.
2nd and 3.
It's Pacheco again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
On. Like 0.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Like 13. Like 13.
Running is Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, like 13. Like 13.
Right back to Pacheco. And he gets them down to the 42. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd
Here we go.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
49. Like 40.
Levis here on first down. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Mo. 40 Rita. 22 Linda. 22 Linda. What?
Looking to throw, Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Walker running to the right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Running with Walker again. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's on the move. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's brought down for a loss. Won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Right zero.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he works it down to the 30-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
Like 40, stand up.
He'll throw it. Cut out left. And this one does not go far.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short. Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Slot man in motion left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the Titans. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans double their lead to 14. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pass complete to Walker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Seahawks 14 points back. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith in Jigba. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans ready to take over on offense. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation. That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40.
Mike 54, Mike 54.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Mike 54.
Running right is Pacheco. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So they take a knee here, and they stay perfect on the season. Another victory added on to their streak.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign.